Audio testing, check, check. Rickety diggity chickety check, check. Hey, this is the Quick Effects thingamajigger. Hey, let's actually, oh wait, I got a title for today's episode. There it is. Effects without After Effects. Actually, I did a tutorial on this with the ray gun thing. If you haven't seen that, I'll put the link in the description. Yeah, there we go. So I'll call this More Effects without After Effects. Actually, I don't even like that. Let's make it like personalized. Because it's not just more effects. This is just your usual quick effects. Extra exclamation point. Quick effects without After Effects. Let's get to it. All right, so oh wait, let me run the promo thing or the intro. There we go. Let's run this. All right, you're watching Quick Effects, Quick Fix, Fast Fun Filmmaking Effects, and blah, 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 blah. All right, so I made two short films for a video competition website. The website's called filmfights.com. I already made a video and I uploaded it, and I needed you guys to help me out, and some of you viewers and my subscribers helped vote, and we won. So yeah, way to go. Thank you very much for those votes if you voted. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial, just an overview of just some simple effects that I did on those two videos. Well, I did two videos. The video that you saw, which is this one called 8th, that was the one that won the competition. And I'm going to show you some of the effects I did for this one. And I'm also going to show you another video I made for the same competition. Unfortunately, I couldn't submit both, but I'm going to let you guys see both videos. And this one's the extended version. The videos were going to be, for the contest rules, it was a 15-second video, and it was a promotional video or like a web commercial that was going to promote a web or an iPhone application called the YouTube Time Machine. And the creator of filmfights.com also was co-creator of this iPhone app. The film competition was for these two shorts, or for this short right here, and they wanted people to submit a 15-second short, and it's hard to get something submitted in 15 seconds. I've done a lot of other videos for the filmfights.com competitions. Actually, I really encourage you guys, if you've never been there, check out the website. If you're a filmmaker, or if you're just getting into video, or maybe you're a professional and you're just looking for something to do in the meantime. Anyways, let's get to the effects. All right, first let's watch the first film. This was actually kind of weird to say, but it was written by somebody else. My friend Jason Springer. I'll put a link to some of his stuff. He does some artwork and he writes and stuff like that. Jason Springer helped me write this. I was trying to think of ideas for this application, and basically the contest rules were set up to where your iPhone can time travel. So what would you do? And that was where this movie comes into play. So let's take a look.
What? My 8th birthday. That was the most fun I've ever had. Ever.
Happy birthday to David. Happy birthday
to me! Woo! Shotgun! Cool!
Alright, so there it was. I had some questions about the quality. This was actually shot on the Red. No, I'm kidding. This is the Canon T2i DSLR camera. That's what I've been using. I try to really reserve it and use it more for like my films or like higher quality videos. It's pretty hard to work with. This video was color corrected. This is the original color. You can see I wanted the future version to be a little bluer. You know, I'm still learning this whole color correction thing. And when I jump into the past, it gets a little bit more, I would say, earthy, or like more towards the original color, which is more of this amber color. But anyways, so let's get to the first effect of this short film. Do you call it a film? Yeah, I'm calling it a film. All right, this is actually an effect right here. You might not have realized it when you watch it here.
My 8th birthday.
To get that picture, obviously the quickest way to do it is to take a picture from the actual video. This is what I did. I shot the birthday scene first, and then later in the week I shot the opening of this movie. Well, I needed to get a still shot from this to remember this old time from years past. So I took a picture, and the easiest way is to print it out and actually have your actor hold the picture. Well, I didn't have a chance to print it out or anything, so I thought, no problem. I took a digital picture, and I was going to just import it into this image. And you can see here I'm actually holding this image. I don't even know what I was looking at in the actual one. I guess I could bring it up somewhere. But I'm looking at this picture. So to cut to the picture shot, what I did was, I would say this is kind of a cool little effect. Generally, you might think, oh, okay, you just import the picture and just line it up with the original one and with the little edge lines and motion track it. Well, you can usually tell when it's fake. If you've ever seen videos where they try to do it with the monitor or something, and the monitor's kind of like shaking by itself and the computer's not moving, it's like you instantly know that the computer monitor's, that's not a real image. Well, what I did was, since my hands weren't moving, I just made my hands and everything. I took a still shot from the video and then came in here to my Photoshop application and imported my photo, lined it up right, and animated that as the entire top frame, and then had a background plate of a out of focus shot. This is a really cool effect that you can do with pretty much any camera. You just take two still shots, make your top shot what you want the viewer to focus on, and then your background, just put it out of focus, put the blur effect on it. And boom, you got a nice depth of field, and you tell your viewers what you want them to look at. Now, also I want to mention that the two programs I'm obviously using is Adobe products, and this is Adobe Premiere CS5. I know this is a pretty expensive software package, and even with Photoshop too. There's other programs that will do these effects that I'm showing you, as long as you have an editor that lets you work on in some way with some layers, even one layer as far as video and multiple layers with audio. You can do these same effects, and that's something I know I get a lot of emails and requests like, hey, Photoshop's or Premiere is like super expensive, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Well, there's programs like Magix will let you do some of this stuff. I've tried it out with like muzzle flashes and stuff. It lets you do layers and alpha channels and stuff like that, and you can do multiple layers of audio. And so you can use programs like that. I'm sure there's other ones. If you know of some, leave them in the comments so other people can see it. And I'll try to add some links in the description of this video so you guys can have some other resources. Also, for like the photo editing, GIMP would be one. You could Google, like, I think paint.net will let you. And I'm going to reference and say like Photoshop, the Photoshop file. I'm really just meaning a photo with alpha channels in it, or layers too. So anyways, back to the effect. So there's the first effect, and it gives it a real natural look. Like if this was the effect where I was going to try to line up the edge of the photo, you would see it actually shaking around, and it wouldn't be smooth. In fact, I tried it, and it was just it was a pain. So there's that effect. And now we'll go to the teleporting effect, and that's, I would always think of the original, or like the first effect. If anyone's ever going to do an effect, it should be, or probably is, the disappearing effect, which is 2 frames. You take a video image of the background with nothing in it, and then you in it, and it basically run it together, and boom, you disappear. This is a little advanced version of that, I would say, very basic effect. And hopefully you're seeing this timeline layout, and I know a lot of this isn't really groundbreaking or maybe even new for you, but if it is new, cool. And if it isn't, just, you know, hopefully maybe you can learn. Just, I think it's always beneficial just to see how other people edit. Even simple little projects like this, it's just interesting to see how they lay out their timeline and stuff. But anyways, with that said, you can see here I got a lot of stacks here down below the video. That's my audio, and that is the key to these little simple effects. Nice, rich, layered audio. And you can see here, I'm going to play this effect real quick. There's all these different layers. So if I go through here, and I got these sound effects from freesound.org. It's a good resource. And boom. So this is what it sounds like without those audio effects. It's not really as interesting. And you can really time it out right and really make certain effects just look like they're doing more. And you can see here. Now if you watch, if I go in here frame by frame, right towards the end of this cut where it cuts from me in the video to the clean slate, where is it at? There it is, right there. You see me, how what I did was I put a motion on the video so I have it enlarged really quick just for like 1/2 of a frame. But what it does is when you watch it, it kind of makes it look like I kind of expand. Even though the background moves with it, your eye doesn't see it when you watch it at full speed. And it kind of makes it look like it did more than it did. So here we are in the birthday scene, and what I did here, you'll see this top layer, which is the fade, and you can't see it when I double click on it, so let me open it in Photoshop. This is just, I would say, like a border effect where it just gives me a nice little shaded border. I wanted to kind of give it a little bit more authentic look, make it look a little older. I was going to put like an old film look, but I didn't want to get it too extreme. And then I pop back into frame. Now this is the same setup where I shoot this video scene without me in it, and then I shoot myself with me in it. And that's how we do that. And what I did was a lot of the sound effects I actually reversed. So when I appear, it kind of goes, instead of it going like, it kind of goes in reverse, so it goes like, was that good? Huh?
To me! Woo!
I still have another video I want to show you guys. This is the only other place you can see it. So let me go to the other movie I made for the same application. I like making short films that are just by themselves really good. This, you need the app information and you to have an understanding of what exactly did I just watch. But I think it's kind of cool. Let's check it out. And this one has some dinosaurs in it. So I'll show you the effect I did with that. Let's watch. I like those glasses. I think these are nice.
Where do you want to go for lunch?
I have no idea.
Oh, I know.
The prehistoric times?
What? No, 1993. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
All right, so there you go. And this isn't green screen. This is a real live scene I did here. You can, let's see here. Boom. I want to go to the first effect that you see in this video, where it's the same jump effect that I did. You can see the same glow, the little particle effect over top of the layer. And that's just, that particle effect is just this thing right here. And I made the opacity. I did like a, let's see what I did. I put like a blending mode, put it on screen. If you don't have this option, you can do like an alpha channel key or even a key and just make the black see-through. Turn the opacity down and get that nice little extra glow. Without that glow, the effect doesn't look as interesting. I noticed that, and it's always nice, you know, for teleporting. You got to have some kind of glow or particle, something. This one is all this was for the cut was a wipe that I did. Let's see if I can go frame by frame. So you can see it actually looks like the same ripple I did to the video, but it makes it look like we disappear at separate times. And to give the effect a little bit more of an oomph, you'll see the little ripple in the video like I said before. So it just kind of makes it look like that little motion that I would say it's not even a frame, it's almost like a half frame. It just tricks the eye into thinking like, whoa, this is some major stuff going on, along with all these crazy layers of audio. And then the same thing here, and you can actually, I think, see the wipe right there. You see that wipe? So I'm probably spending way too much time on a simple little transporting effect that a lot of you might already know. And all these effects, like I'm showing you, you might be super proficient in After Effects, and so this stuff might just be irrelevant to you, but at least you're seeing the layout I have on my timeline here. You can just see, obviously, it's just some stacks, but I just wanted to show how, you know, just stacking things up, if you have the ability in your editor to put multiple layers, you can do some really interesting things. So let's go to the scene with the dinosaur. So we got here, and let me play this. I don't know if it's rendered.
Prehistoric times?
We land, they fly over. It's not rendered, so it's playing weird. So anyways, this first effect, you see the birds fly over. Well, the thing that makes it, I think, look realistic is there's a drop shadow. You see it on the ground? And all that is I have my alpha channeled birds right here. I did a reverse image on them, so they're flying overhead. And then all of these are set up like this. I shot the video thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to put dinosaurs in this background area. So I had to shoot it so I made sure none of the actors blocked the shots, because I wasn't going to do chroma key or like rotoscoping or anything like that. So I knew I was going to put the dinosaurs to the right, so I left that open. And then in my Photoshop file, I got my little dinosaurs. You see that they don't have heads because I had to cut them up so I could put motion to them. And let me just actually open one of these in Photoshop so you can take a look at it. And we'll bring that up. So here's our dinosaurs, and you can see here I got their heads separated from their bodies, and there's the background template I use for reference to set these up. Put a little drop shadow, put my dinosaur bodies. There's one, and there we go. And so stacking that same Photoshop file up with all the different layers in my editor here, I imported them. And here's something, let me lock these files down so you can see. When you import this into your editor, if you have, what you're going to see is these anchor points. When you first import it, it's going to like center the picture, and it's going to look something like, I would say like this when it comes into your editor. And what it's going to do is it's going to put that anchor point in the center of the screen. Well, what makes it hard is that when you want to do your movement, you can see how that thing pivots around that anchor point. So the key to this effect or movement is you move the head around so it's right on that anchor point. And this is stuff that you would be doing if you were going to mess around in After Effects. And now when I move that pivot point, you see it's like, Charlie, that was a great joke. Arr, I can't reach the top apple. Anyways, but you can see there, and what I did was just put a real slow movement. And you can see here, let me undo some of these things I did on this timeline. You can see for that actual effect, let me go back to the original where it's rendered so you guys can watch it. There's just
times?
No, 1993. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
So it's just a real slow movement, but that slow movement makes it look pretty realistic, I think. I appreciate you guys watching this. Hopefully some of this was helpful. I really was hoping for this to be like a 5 or 6 minute video, but I wanted to show you just a couple little tricks with the alpha channels. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or send me a message. I try to respond and help you guys out. Hopefully, if you get a chance, check out the filmfights.com website. I think it's a good resource and a good thing to kind of motivate you, to give you a reason to go do something. And if nothing else, you can maybe just watch some unique films and leave some comments, some constructive criticism comments. Once again, check out the description for links to audio resources, music soundtrack resources for some of the videos in this that you just saw. And I guess that's all. Thanks for watching. Go make a movie. Quick Effects. Knoptop.
Prehistoric times? What? No.